they hear this, they know this book's coming out, but you're still discouraged. You're thinking, this book's not going to help me. This book's not, it's going to help a bunch of other people, but it's not going to help me. My case is different. Let me tell you, your case is not different. We all have hang-ups. We all have discouragements. We all have fears, doubts, anxieties. We all have limiting beliefs. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Young Electrician Podcast. My name is Ruben Young, aka The Young Electrician. Here in this podcast, we like to see electricians grow, not just in the field, but also in their personal lives. We believe that your work life and your personal life shouldn't compete, but complement each other. With that said, let's hop right into this. Okay, so today's episode, we are going to be talking about the free ebook that I'm writing right now. Super exciting. Some of you guys know about it. Some of you guys don't know about it. You guys could DM me on Instagram or email me at TheYoungElectricianpod@gmail.com if you want to get on the waiting list for that. So I want to talk about what the book is and what the book isn't. Just to give clarification for you who are interested, because I know quite a few people have signed up for it and super excited about that. Thank you guys. So what the book isn't. The book is not a preparation guide. So it is not a journeyman prep book. And it might come off that way, but I just want to clarify that it is not. What the book is all the information I wish I had before I got certified, years before I got certified. And I started the YouTube channel over a year ago, and I started this podcast, and I even opened the Instagram account, all because I want to give people the information I wish I had. You guys know I talk about this quite a bit. I didn't have many mentors when I was coming up in the trade, and I think a lot of people that came up the way I came up as an electrical trainee, and not as an apprentice, we don't have a lot of guidance, because for me, I went to school for 11 months before I started the trade, finished my 900 plus hours of schooling, and then I just hopped right into working. And then, from that point on, for the next 4 or 5 years, I'm supposed to work and then just go get certified. But once it gets time to get certified, I don't really have the guidance of what to do. I don't know how to fill out the paperwork. I don't know how to get my workout hours. I don't know what's going to be on the test. And I think there's just a lot of discouragements that people have. And I know it might not be you. You're listening to this and you're like, dude, it's just a test. You go to the DIR website, you print out the paperwork, you get your work hours, you just step by step do what they say, and you send it in, you find a program, you take the program, you go, you pass the test. It's easy. But I want you guys to understand something. It's not that easy for certain people. We all have our different hangups, we all have our different issues, and where for one person it's just super easy, for another person it's not. For me, I've had so many mental hurdles and limiting beliefs that I had, that I was working through, that kept me back from getting certified. I was very fearful of taking this exam. I figured, one, it costs money, which I didn't want to spend. Two, I didn't know what to study. I'm going to go in kind of blind. I'm probably going to fail this exam because I'm not that good at navigating the code book. I don't know what's going to be on the exam. So many things, so many limiting beliefs. Like, I really believe that I could not study and do a good job at studying to pass the exam. I didn't understand that they were actual prep courses that were geared towards nothing but, helping you pass the exam. I thought these prep courses just taught you a bunch about electrical, and then you would have to hope and pray that on exam day, something you learned from that course would be on the exam. I did not know that they actually taught you everything that would be on the exam. If I knew that way before, I think it would have nudged me towards getting certified way earlier. So for me, I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I know it's kind of stupid. It kind of sucks. I'm not that smart, that cool, that courageous, but it's the truth. And that's why I do all this, because I want to help somebody who has that same mindset as me, that's been in the trade for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they've wanted to get certified, but they have every excuse in the book. They have a limited belief, and it's stopping them. So in the book, I share a little bit about my story, my struggles, my thoughts, my doubts, my fears, and how I ultimately came to, getting the courage to go take the exam and get certified. I also give some advice on what are some of the requirements for getting certified, because I talk to a lot of people and they don't realize that they actually qualify to take the exam. And, I think I've helped a couple of people out along the way. Somebody called me today and they told me, like, hey, I really want to thank you because you helped me do that paperwork. And if it wasn't for you, I would have known that I qualified, or I wouldn't have known how to do the paperwork. So I know that this stuff that I'm doing here is helping people. And I know that, just adding that portion to this book on the different requirements, I have a little screenshot of the actual application in California. Most of the stuff I'm talking about in the book is based off California, but I want you guys to understand this. If it's in America, you are using the NEC, the National Electrical Code, and it's going to be the same no matter what test you take. And it's going to be the same if you're taking a test. You're going to have to study, and you're going to have to get over some of these hurdles. What I would love to see is people who's been in the trade for a number of years that have been afraid to take this exam. I want to see them pick this book up, get the courage, get the information, the motivation, and the inspiration to get up and take this test. And I want to see them pass. So I try to add as much to this book as I can to kind of answer the questions I had when I was younger. So aside from the qualifications and a little bit about my story, I actually have a little chapter dedicated to studying. And I do believe that we have these limiting beliefs from studying. Some of you guys, you had to study when you were in school, and you guys hate the idea of studying. You got such a bad taste in your mouth from the studying you had to do when you were younger that it's really hard for you to sit down and put yourself through that again, studying for this exam. So you don't want to do it. And on the other side, people like me, I did terrible in school. And I think people like me who are out there who also have a bad taste in their mouth from the lack of studying. When I think about studying, or when I used to think about studying, all I could think about is all the times I failed before, all the times I tried and I failed. And all I could think about is, man, I suck at studying. I suck at test taking. I suck at all of these things. And those memories come back. And no matter what side of the field you're on, if you're on the side of the person that has a bad taste in their mouth because you were forced to study going through school, and it's really hard to get you to study, or you're on the other side of the fence where you did terrible in school like me, and the thought of studying brings back all these bad memories. I believe that when you start to add good study habits, which I give in this book, I give you guys kind of my little blueprint for how to develop good study habits and give yourself new study experiences and change your own mind on studying so that it's not a grueling task, but something you actually are comfortable with doing. When you see that it's easy to study and it's not what you thought it would be, and you feel that relief lift off your shoulders, I guarantee there's some people listening to right now. They hear this, they know this book's coming out, but you're still discouraged. You're thinking, this book's not going to help me. It's going to help a bunch of other people, but it's not going to help me. My case is different. Let me tell you, your case is not different. We all have hang-ups. We all have discouragements. We all have fears, doubts, anxieties. We all have limiting beliefs. In this book, I'm going to give you all the tools that I wish I had. Tools to change your perspective on studying. Tools to change your perspective on the fears and the doubts and the hang-ups that you have right now. And I guarantee you, whether you're afraid to take the test or you took the test multiple times and you failed, give this book a read. And I guarantee you, it's going to help to change your life. This isn't going to be the end-all, be-all, greatest book ever written, but I guarantee you there are going to be certain tools and tips to help equip you to have the courage to go and to get the information to pass this test. So, with that said, guys, this book should be out next month. I got somebody editing it because if you follow me on Instagram, you know my grammar's not the best. My punctuations, they're there, probably in the wrong spots. Not really the thing I focus on. So I have somebody else kind of proofreading it and editing it. and I'll give them a shout out in the book when it's all out. Also, if any of you guys enjoy this podcast or you get something out of it, please, wherever you're at, can you give it a rating? You don't even have to give it a review. You could give it a review if you want. Tell me how much you enjoy the podcast or what you enjoy about it. But please give a rating, because it really helps the podcast reach more people. It shows, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, that you actually enjoy this podcast. So if you are on YouTube too, I know I got a small following on YouTube. Just like it, subscribe, share these videos with people you think will, benefit from them. Also, if you guys need any coaching, this is something I'm going to open up soon. I've been working on a Patreon, kind of to open up. I want to kind of just create a place where people could, one, support the podcast, because I would like to hire some people on to help edit and get better equipment and stuff like that. But also, I want to create a place where people could actually get a benefit for where they're at in their career right now. Their first years, second years, third years, fourth years, journeymen, foremen, contractors that listen to this. And I really want to create a place where people could come to online and really get the thing that they need to move them to the next level. And I know it's a bit of an ambitious thing, but it's the thing that I'm shooting for. It's the thing that, kind of pumps that lifeblood into my veins and makes me want to continue doing this. I want to create a place where people can grow. And I'm going to be launching a Patreon soon. I'm going to be launching career coaching soon. And anybody that wants to move forward in their career, wants to move to the next level, or just wants to support the channel, just look out for that Patreon. Look out for that career coaching that's going to be getting launched. And look out for the ebook. So I hope you guys got something out of this episode. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Share this with your friends. And if you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'm on Instagram. I usually answer. All right. Have a good one. Peace.